President, what do you say to Democrats worried about the midterm? What do you tell Democrats worried about the midterm? We've got a story to tell. You've got to tell them.
So former President Obama back at the White House yesterday for the first time since he left office, giving some advice to Democrats as they face a very challenging political landscape ahead of the midterm elections. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, who is also a Fox News contributor, is here. President Obama and Hillary Clinton, I think even the White House has started to say this, is that their only problem as Democrats leading into the midterms is that they don't tell their story well enough. What do you think of that?
Let me say, first of all, Callista and I both paid off our student loans, too, so we're joining you guys in that last conversation. Look, Barack Obama was president who, in his first term, lost 64 House seats, more than we won in 1994. So the largest gain by the House Republican Party in modern times was under Barack Obama because they couldn't tell their story or it was a bad story. How do you go to somebody who's pumping gasoline or somebody who's at a grocery store and tell them, oh, we got this great story? I mean, they're looking at their bankroll. They're looking at how much the cost of living is going up. They're looking at people crossing the border. They're looking at the rising crime rate. It's pretty hard to go to those folks and say to them, well, if only you understood our story. And I think in that sense that, barring some dramatic change, they're heading towards maybe the worst election since 1920 for the Democratic Party. I think they could easily lose a huge number in the House, a significant number in the Senate, governorships, state legislative races. You're seeing things, you know, Kenosha, Wisconsin just elected a Republican mayor, I think, for the first time in 60 years. And you have all these little signals out there that when voters go to vote, they're not happy with the Democrats, and they don't think the Democrats are good for their personal lives or their families' lives.
Mr. Speaker, we're going to roll some video that happened yesterday. It's just so our viewers know before we get to it. What happens at these White House events oftentimes is the feed goes out early before the event actually gets underway. In this case, I think C-SPAN was recording it. We can record it here at Fox as well. Just roll the video here. This is President Biden in the room with Barack Obama. First time they've been in a room together, first time in 15 months. And just watch the interaction of the lack thereof here with Kamala Harris, her back to President Biden. It looks like he's trying to introduce the woman in the gray jacket to his right, screen left there. There's so much going on here that we need to try and understand. Part of it has to do with the relationship between these two men. Bear in mind that relationships have gone sour after administrations leave office, but President Biden is still a president. Also, you can make the argument that this is a president who probably is not entirely in control. I don't know if you choose A or B or C, but just go ahead and define how you would see that video, sir.
Well, look, I think that Biden clearly feels subordinate to Barack Obama. Partly because for 8 years he was the vice president. You understand that. Partially because, you know, Barack Obama is a compelling figure, and he's all there. I mean, Biden has all these strange moments of cognitive confusion. On the other hand, you have in Kamala Harris a person who, to the best of our knowledge, has no capacity for learning, no capacity for leading a team, and no capacity for representing the United States. So of the three figures, Barack Obama is the most compelling, the most articulate, and I think the most successful in terms of achieving what he wanted to achieve. And I think that there's a certain natural intimidation, if you will. Obama's dynamic. He's open. You know, Biden on a good day is sort of dull, and on a bad day is just hopeless. And I think that's what you're seeing played out. The pictures you're showing right now, you know, you would think that Obama was president and Biden was back to being vice president. Of course, the other day he thought, I think, that Michelle was the vice president. So maybe it's a step up for him to remember that he's the vice president.
And I think that President Obama has been, I think President Obama knows all of that as well, and it might also be one of the reasons that he tries to keep his distance a little bit, because he attracts all the attention in the room. He has charisma coming out of every pore. He never takes a bad picture, and that was a bit of an awkward moment yesterday for sure. Speaker Gingrich, thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir.